Welcome to another mini video from 2dgameartguru.com. Today I'm working in Inkscape version 1.42 to create a stained glass style illustration. I start with the design made of basic shapes and lines, flatten it to create shapes I can individually color. I made this design with basic shapes, used consistent strokes, added lines, grouped some of the elements and added a few tapered strokes. In order to color the individual shapes outlined by the strokes, I will have to break this design apart. In order to do so, I need to convert these strokes into paths, as all Boolean operations, and that includes the shape builder, work with shapes, not lines. To create the even gaps, it's a lot easier to work with overlapping shapes than try to manually keep consistent distances between the objects. I keep the original design with the fills and strokes and duplicate it before making destructive changes. I start with the path effects, convert them to paths with path object to pass. Next, I ungroup all elements. You can repeatedly ungroup until there are no more groups in the design. The reason for the ungroup is that the conversion from stroke to pass does not work within groups. With everything ungrouped, I convert the strokes to pass via pass stroke to pass. This results in a bunch of overlapping black and white shapes. I duplicate the design again before flattening everything. The habit of keeping editable versions has saved me a lot of time in the past. I select all the elements and use pass flatten. This will cut all overlapping objects. I can then select all white elements, edit select same fill and stroke, and delete those. Obviously, these four are not pure white. I delete them manually. I'm now left with just the black shapes. I can break those apart with path break apart to create individual shapes. 11 black objects now turned into 92 individual shapes. I can now change the fill of each of these objects. I start by giving all of them a base blue and then go in with the white, yellow and green and create variations of those shades. By using the dropper tool, I keep my colors consistent. The same approach would work for coloring books, where the background is white and the stroke is black. Whenever you need individual shapes from overlapping objects with strokes, converting to paths and flattening is the easiest option. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I will see you again soon.